You are listening to secret love stories every day. I transmigrated into a dog-blood melodrama novel. The original owner committed suicide. Male lead to welcome his white moon back to the water. He smirked and said, "Not at first, you said just marry me. You can hold on to anything, and this one can't stand it." White moon says, "The one he loves is only me. If it wasn't for you threatening my aunt's life, it's been a long time since he knew you. Now is the time to return to the owner." My mother-in-law, whose life I saved, spoke coldly. "The money I paid you, let go of my son. Divorce is good for everyone. The traitor's husband is dying. How easy is it for me to get divorced? When you open your eyes, I found myself in the bathtub. Everywhere is blood." The phone next to it still has the speakerphone on. From there to an angry voice of a man. "I'm back. Where are you going? All day long I work. It's fun to harm others." I hung up the phone and didn't have the strength to curse him. Shaking hands pressed the key to call 120. When I woke up again, I was in the hospital room. The doctor said if you were a little late, he couldn't keep his life. Fortunately, your will to survive is strong. I know because I've been through a reverse story. Attached to the heart. Lady IP Tinhoa loves blind wrecked cars. A bruised man called Tears. For a long time he was cold. You're slowly suffering from a serious mental illness. There's even a 4x4 tendency. Right tonight. They will have a party to catch the wind. Solemn for the white moon. Just returned to his country. The fire star is overstimulated. I feel like I can't stand it anymore. So call him home. He's the one who ignored your call for help. Your life is going to end today. Of course it's different now. Her phone is always sewing endlessly. Your name is your husband. We have informed the family. They're on their way to the hospital. It doesn't matter. I asked how the baby was. When she was 4, she was still pregnant. Fortunately, the baby also has the will to survive. As strong as you. We've gone through a dangerous time ahead of us. More detailed test results will be available later, thanks." Not long after the hospital door was pushed out, a man in a vest and shoes walked in. He saw my wrist wrapped in ice. Immediately frowned. "That annoying voice is this again? Aphid Tin Fire. She asks for 4 stars every day. Not really dead." I glanced at him and smirked his lips. "You're not dead. I'm not in a hurry." In the eyes of the deep tears there was a glimmer of wonder. I calmly continued. "I'll send you off before the tears. Let's go slowly and in principle. After the chimpanzee died with the baby in the womb, Tears just found out I loved you so much. I only regret that cheap feeling comes late. There is no time for regret. A year later, he died of an incurable disease. It's only been a year. Not long I can wait. Ever since. The Tears never heard the words. So harsh from the mouth of the fire aphid. He held on for a moment. "I'm just going to meet an old friend. Do you have to go this far?" The old friend he was talking about. It's his white light. White snow. Of course I don't have a mind to worry about. In the heart there is the desire to kill someone. It can't be hidden. No matter who you go to, I want you dead. Compared to where you are, it's no different what you do. The tears are so incredible. Shake your head and say you're crazy. All day long, life and death hanging from his mouth. Don't drag others along. What are you talking about? She's a depressed patient. I open my mouth and die. You're doing that like a robber. The doctor scolded him severely and turned to me. His voice softened. Here are the test results. The baby in the stomach is fine. Both mother and son are safe. You're pregnant. The tears flashed with panic immediately after. Her face was cold. I told you I didn't want kids. They use birth control every time. That's what you did, isn't it? I don't bother to look. The best way to avoid pregnancy is not to. If you want to wash your ass, get out and enjoy. Don't you understand? Or did I intentionally force you? If so, go to the police. Sued me for coercion in my marriage. If you don't press charges, shut up, you fuss. It has always been quiet and quiet. This is the first time I've ever faced a storm. Mouth so sharp. He was so angry that he almost smoked. You really don't make sense. Even stupid men can't argue. Apart from the face, nothing can be used. When I finished, I pulled my leg up. Turn your back and refuse to talk. I don't understand. What was the point where the previous chap liked him? Tears stand in place looking at the shadow of my back. At this moment the phone rings. From the other end of the line. Vague. To the sweet voice of Snow White. I've been drinking. I don't know how about the hotel. Tears look at me. There's a little mouse talking quietly on the phone. It's not convenient today. You can go now, I interjected coldly. Today, Snow and Snow will be together. And the eucalyptus has to be in the bath. Listen to every drop of your blood. Fall down until the end of life. It's pathetic. Have you done enough? Tears of deep talk. With me always carrying irritability and discomfort, you're really hard to serve. When I clung to you, you hated me. I don't want to see you now. Then you're like dog glue. Love me now. Tears of tears watching me. Turn around and kick the door out. A moment later he came back, carrying a chair that Dad put next to my hospital bed. Without saying a word, sit down. I've been in the hospital for a while. The water always stays there. The face is always cold. Today is the day I got psychotherapy. The doctor who treated the narrator himself talked to me for a long time, then asked me to do a test. Generalization of all body indicators. It's also a psychological assessment from the beginning. When he saw the report, it's like seeing a miracle of medicine. Your mental illness has improved extremely well. Psychological assessment results. And the general indicators are that she's very healthy. The initial cause of the patient's mental illness. It's often because you're too attached to a goal, leading to a narrowing of vision. Negative emotions build up little by little. It eventually turns into self-attack. They hate themselves and give up on themselves. I used to be so in love. There is only him in my eyes. When he doesn't love me, I felt like I was no longer worth anything. Now I've let go of the will to survive. It will naturally restart. Smiling Proverb reached out his hand to catch me. Congratulations. This is a heartfelt greeting. As a friend. Program language. He's the only one who really cares. I saw the poor girl with my own eyes, struggling in the mud of love. On the left, all efforts are lost. Sincerity and sentiment. Beyond the hurt. What else can we keep? So what are you going to do now? Why not divorce him? I sniffed the bait. He's a superintendent anyway. He's dead. The entire property belongs to me. Then why get a divorce? The day I left the hospital, I was too busy to pick up. But I got a message from a strange number. It's a picture of the tears. His eyes are drunk in front of the camera. With a tender smile. The top 2 buttons were removed, to reveal the sharp blue mumps. This is a look the chimpanzees have never seen before. But I'm not moved. I turned that photo over to the lawyer and asked him to save it. Just walked into the house, behind the sound of unlocking. The one who comes in is not the storm. It's his white light. White snow. How many years? The password locked the door. He's still my birthday. What are you trying to do with me? Take the pride of the beloved. She looked at me with contempt. Turned out to be guarding the door for us. You're having fun. Snow White doesn't think I dare argue. Then the momentum continues. Aphid tin fire. 5 years ago if I hadn't been studying abroad. What's your turn? You saw it too. I just got back. The bad guy couldn't come to me right away. If you know your fate, just pack up and get out of here. I put 2 slices of lemon in a glass of warm water. If I remember correctly, she used to study in New York. It's not that far away. The plane is about 20 hours away. Why is it like yin and yang separated? We have to break up. 5 years 1,800 days 40, 3,800 hours. But only 20 hours. He couldn't fly to New York to find her. And you're here to say he loves you. Don't you find it easy to trust people? The snowman held on for a while and then resisted. There was no money to buy a plane ticket. If he has money, let her use his mother's life to intimidate him. Getting married, you know. 5 years ago I was a poor man. Even 20,000 yuan of plane tickets can't be turned around. I poured another glass of wine. Hold it in your hand and shake it. Now he's the mayor. You told me to get out. Don't you mean to steal in the daytime? Just finished. There was a police car whistle outside the door. Snow White, you called the police. I handed her a glass of wine. Calmly replied. Encountered robbery. Normal people will also call the police. Remember carefully. When taken away by the police. She's still bossy. I want to see what you charge me with. Unauthorized entry. I'm sitting in the police department, calmly watching them confirm. The Snow White child cried so much that it was like a pear in the rain. I'm just having a little emotional conflict. Just with her. I don't know you. She broke into my house on her own. This act violated the law. If I remember correctly, the penalty is at least 10 years. Right, EP Tinhoa? She screamed and forgot to cry. I just went into my boyfriend's house. And you want me in jail? 2 words 10 years. The snow immediately lost control. I replied slowly first. He's my second husband. That house is in my name. You have no integrity. Call someone else's husband your boyfriend. It really made me open my eyes. You've just come back from New York, you know better than I do. 10 years is too good for you. According to American law. The moment you walked into my house, I could have shot you on the spot. That's legitimate self-defense. Do you understand the fire? Low voice. The fury of the tears echoed from behind. What are you doing? Before that, he was angry. The fire immediately stopped. You're afraid of making him unhappy. I only know how to hold my breath. But I'm not that kind of person. This woman is in the wrong house. I remember you snapping your chin and telling me what to do. Tears turned to the police and said, this is my wife. She misunderstood. The relationship between you and me. It's just a little conflict in the family. He also brought a group of lawyers. Obviously, I want to get this over with. He watched the police sign the reconciliation papers. He turned to me with contempt. The smile of the victor was on his lips. Leave the police station. Snow White like a baby bird nestled behind the tears. All because you are not good. I just wanted to find your wife to explain. The previous day was a misunderstanding. Who would have expected her to be so angry? Your tears are high. IP Tin Hoa. Even if you're jealous of her, it doesn't have to be so cruel. You want to ruin her whole life? I can't wait for him to finish. I slapped him straight. What if you dare to hit me? I casually play with my nails. If you fight, you have to choose a day. The chimpanzee really used to be very. I'm jealous of Snow White. I am jealous of this guy. Because she's got his tenderness. It's just because he loves him so much. But I don't have compassion like a bodhisattva. Do you know where you're wrong? I grabbed his chin. I don't care how promiscuous you are outside. You have an affair. I've always had my eyes closed. But the little boys don't know where they're from. Come out of you. Dare to come to my face. Even the lover can't handle it. Tell me what else you can do for your soul. The snow is shaking. The voice trembled with it. What is it that little 3 little 4? She turned to look at the tears. I saw him just staring at me. At this moment, the soul is filled with anger. Why do you treat a guy like that? You dare to hit him. Are you still qualified as a wife? When she finished, she came up to slap me. But in time tears gripped his wrist. And then there's a plastering sound. The water has not yet reacted. I gave him another pair of earplugs. Look, this is the one you cheated on. She's going to do something with your wife. Your taste is kind of wild rude. Don't know something like this. I respect your taste. But please don't let her go out and make her look bad. Affect the order of the mind. If you have an affair, people just spit in your face. I know people who are stupid. It's so boring that I feel humiliated. I patted the swollen red cheeks of the tears. Slowly put on the black gloves. Don't let people say that the CEO of the corporation. The market is a wasteland. Even the affair is not done. I am in love with a stupid fool. Just rude again. I don't care if Snow White is crying. Screaming behind. Get your bag in the car. Back home, the hunting dogs have edited and drafted. The whole thing happened in front of the police station. I just bought the hot search. The forum that evening almost exploded. Total account. Adultery was slapped in the middle of the road. This keyword quickly climbs straight to the top of the board. Become the top hot search. Oh my god, this cool lady is really cool. Men cheating on women or crying out loud. Or swallow humiliation for passing. I didn't say 2 words. Directly for father boy some tarpaulins. But still lost in the end. Look at that white flower. Is the little girl far away? It's less disgusting upstairs. The marriage is strong and everyone plays. This beautiful woman looks familiar. There's no feeling. People basically don't care. Money has beauty. What are you afraid of not getting fresh meat? God, it's really cool. This man's name is a dog. You can mess around anywhere. I'm in the kitchen cooking. After a while, my phone came in. Put the picture that Snow White sent me in front of you. It's just because of this that I'm making electricity. I casually wash vegetables. Don't touch my stuff later. Tears trying to suppress anger. It's time to get together, old friends. I just drank a little too much. There were a lot of people there. No, I'm not interested in these details. You don't have to explain it to me. I folded my arms in front of my chest against the kitchen. I only have one condition. She appeared in front of me. I'll slap you once. My requirements are not high. Take good care of your people. How long do you want to get into trouble for no reason? I told him that he and I would talk. A man on the road. See if they believe you and she are clean. There's a fart. I have to eat rice now. Don't make me nauseous. I'm bringing the tray to the table. He also followed. The seat in front of him was empty. Not my rice. Angry tears asked. His stomach is not good. Before. It takes a lot of effort. To nurse him. Prepare enough for every meal. Both nourishing and delicious. I'm just doing my part. I took a glass of milk and took a sip. Could you please not sit in front of me? Your face is so swollen and so stupid. I will lose my appetite. I threw the phone down on the table. Puffy face against the chair. That's good. You're pissed off. I got up with a tray of rice and went upstairs to the movies. The sound of the bowls crumbling beneath the floor. The pot is finished and the pan is bumped into each other. I'm sure this is a good time to die. Because chimpanzees used to say, just be able to marry me. You can hold anything. He often takes women home. Let me stand outside the door. Hear their thrills all night long. She held back tears. Blame yourself for feeling like it's all your fault. This is the punishment you deserve. On the outside, you are still a lady. The wisdom of the wise man is full of holes. Just show a little discomfort. Immediately provoked by him. Don't you think you can stop everything? If you can't stand it, get out. You don't want to care anymore. And he's going crazy like this. Can't stand it? It's just getting started. A few days later. Tears' secretary called me. Lady rate total stomach pain. I want my wife to come here for a trip. I'm going to the spa and I don't have time for rejection. Stand up for a moment and say. He's really in pain. If he is not well, take him to the hospital to find me. On the other end of the line came the voice of Tears. I laughed and continued. He says every time he has a stomach ache, just eat the porridge cooked by the lady. I didn't hesitate. Directly hang up. What does he think the fire star is, a private chef? Or the doctor hasn't finished the first step yet? The salon director told me that. Someone is waiting below. Who is it? He said he was her husband's secretary. You look like you're in a hurry. Just let him wait. I'm done dreaming. Light makeup. And then leisurely walked downstairs. God is standing in the hall. Looks sluggish, full of fatigue, running dogs for Tears. Save God. He is the best at looking at his face. Tears have never respected the chimpanzee. So he's willing to humiliate you. Every time she brings something to the Tears. He makes it hard to do. It's easy to have Tears in your office. I stand outside and talk to you. A woman must know the time. The current rate is really hungry. But he doesn't want to eat what you cook. It's not good for you to go in there and mess with anyone. It just makes you even more disgusted. He's got the breakfast box you worked so hard for. Thrown straight into the trash. Okay, nothing more. Please come home. It rained very hard that day. On the way back, EP Tin Hoa lost his soul in an accident. That's why your first child died. How tall was the secretary at the top? It's so pathetic now. Clothes filled with rice soup. Her hair is also greasy. Oh, Secretary Million. What's wrong with you? I'm leaning on the handrail and slowly coming down. He saw me and his eyes immediately lit up. I'm here to take my wife to the office. Did you take him to the hospital? The general won't go. He looked at me and continued. You haven't been in a good mood lately. It's so tight. Not in a good mood is eating rice. Watch over you too. Aren't you his greatest asset? I covered my mouth with my hand and looked disgusted. Save God, bite his tooth ring. The lady takes such good care of her. We ordered food. But it didn't catch your eye. Try all the restaurants around here. You all said it didn't taste right. Not to taste. It's 2 o'clock now and I haven't eaten anything. Where to put it? I reached out my hand in his suspicious eyes. Give me the phone. I am based on the order that I just ordered. Call back the same part. The food has just arrived at the company. I walked upstairs with my bag and pushed the door in. What greeted me was a document. Fly straight out. What kind of shit is this? In the office. Filled with a tense atmosphere. I stood at the door and spoke softly. Or I'll wait for you to get mad and come in. The Tears saw me instinctively loosen my tie. Turn your anger to another place. Then silently stare at the computer screen. Employees are being scolded, coming to cry. Also give me a glance. Hurry to say. So I don't bother the president and the lady anymore. Out. I put my bag of food on the table. And sit on the couch, bow surfing the phone. Tears in his eyes quickly recognized the difference. I'm at the spa. I don't like to eat these things. He was far away, his voice was full of annoyance. If you eat anything outside, it will hurt your stomach. Then you call someone else. I looked around slowly and continued. Your place is so full, it's got a bedroom and a kitchen. Someone willing to cook for you. Isn't that much? My Tears heard the irony of what I said. I walked quickly to grab the phone. Are you still angry? Just because of Snow White. And now even the rice won't let me eat. It's funny. Just because of Snow White. I didn't appreciate it before. I don't do it now. You humiliate yourself when you eat. If I don't eat, I take it. I kept my eyes on me and returned to the table. I didn't dare say another word to start eating. On his face, he looked as if he were swallowing rocks. He was deliberately showing me. I just watched him eat it all. I took the garbage bag out. It's like seeing the devil. Let me be part of the rice. I ate the Tears clean. This is a situation he's never seen before. I casually say. You can order him food at noon. Keep saying this was ordered by me. The way you look at me has changed. Become more respectful over the years. Although the total or outer flower page. But I can see. There is only a lady in his heart. I can't help laughing. Don't say that kind of respect. It doesn't sound pleasant. On the contrary, it's more nauseous. To this country. The Tears are still just watching. Do you cook rice for him or not? He never thought of. Does it hurt when you cut your wrist? Can I go to the kitchen or not? It is not in the heart of the enemy. It's just a feeding habit. The fire department has praised him too much. He doesn't care if he doesn't see you. But also unconsciously trained. I'm used to seeing you everywhere. The toy he's always scratching. No longer obedient. That's why he has a little fever. Half a month later, the mother of Tears' birthday. The Tears made a celebratory feast for her. I don't want to go anywhere. I heard there are a lot of characters. Blood in the City. S is also fun. Let's try it. Seeing this old woman is bad enough. Who would have thought there was Snow standing next to her? It's a double whammy. White snow children dressed as splendid jade letter sitting in my place. I just stood up and pretended to talk. I'm sorry, sister. I just want to talk to you for a moment. You and I haven't seen each other in a long time. Just sit here. My aunt hasn't finished talking yet. Don't you like the house I live in? Let me name you one day. The old lady is always looking at me, but it's hard to hold Snow White's hand. She was wearing a jewel in her hand. It's not expensive, but I heard it's an heirloom. The fire department wanted to get it before, but the mother of tears says unless she dies. Snow White children wearing a pearl ring. Just sit down as if that was your place, Sister Fire. You see, I told you to sit here, stealing other people's stuff. It makes you so happy. I pulled my chair slowly and sat down opposite the two of you. Or rather, I love the feeling of winning in a fight. It proves that your self-esteem is very low. The inner value is just as low. In your eyes, you are not worth it. Only through the way. This sick wake has found a sense of existence. I think you should see a psychiatrist. I took out the speaker's business card and put it on the table. Push forward. Snow White is stunned by Tin Hoa. I know you're wrong about me. I have been taken care of from small to large. It's the sound of a bow. I'll just sit in your seat for a while. You said I was sick. Is that too much? When I finished, her eyes were red. He looks extremely weak. It's harder to hear online than that. I calmly continued. What is it about destroying someone else's family? I don't know shame, but I see you're not hurt. It doesn't even shy away from public opinion. So you also have a hobby of being cursed on your head. On the necktie star. It's also a form of disease. It shows in your heart that you agree. Even coordinate with those words. In the long run, there's a very strong tendency to self-destruct. So it's better to go to a psychiatrist. Snow White doesn't understand why. I talk back and forth. It's always been about the psychiatrist. Completely out of play. The version that she was prepared to provoke me. Angry and confused. She looked down at the business card on her mother's desk. Tears suddenly picked up the card. Torn to pieces. Urinating what? Who is little Tam? If you didn't have a bad way of forcing the urinal to marry you. Snow is my daughter-in-law. What kind of person are you to dance with? Her voice soared. Make the people around. They all look at us. I poured a glass of wine, smiling softly. What a trick I did. Is it some kind of trick when you're in the ICU room? I came with $100,000 to save your life. IP Tsinghua had been chasing the water for 2 years. He is neither cold nor warm, but the relationship between the two is still harmonious. When his mother was in trouble, EP Chinghan did not hesitate. Take that money and save your life, but only on one condition. Your wife must marry you. Just get married. The company will belong to him. The money doesn't need to be returned. You used to think they'd see it coming. Not only that, you're running around taking care of it. She goes from big to small, until the day I came home from the hospital. But it is precisely because the goodwill is conditional. The two of you see her as an enemy, and she, from beginning to end, you're the one who comes to the door. Her son, of course they deserve something better. She's cold. It's only $100,000, and it's no big deal. Now there is no shortage of money. I'll pay you $100,000, and you'll divorce him immediately. I gently shook the glass of wine in a smiling hand. What you owe me is not $1 million. That money bought her life at the time, so you're really, just pretend like nothing ever happened. All right, she died on the spot. I'll sign it right away. My mother was crying so hard. What did you say? You say it again. I'm lazy. You're deaf. Then listen carefully. She died on the spot, and I signed it right away. Is there a word you don't understand? The Snowy White slammed the table straight in my face. Today is my aunt's birthday. How can you grow up like that? Are you coming out? Is the leader worthy of respect or not? It also depends on what kind of person. I calmly replied. She's not normally grateful for what I like. Tears flew away the overbearing old face. I can still hold. In front of so many people today. How many eyes to look at? She blatantly led the way to her son. Does any senior do that? I turned towards everyone. A glass of wine. Sorry to make you laugh. I saw someone holding the phone back. The whole scene is very good. Small things like buying hot sauce I don't mind. Let everyone see clearly. My mother's mouth. How terrible it was after all. The glass of wine hasn't been put down yet. My wrist was gripped by someone else. Aphids fire the handicap. When you see Snow White, you go crazy. When will you finally fix it? The tears drew me closer to the low voice. Apologize, Mom. My mother laughed. She's not my mother. My mother would never forbid me to go home for New Year's Eve. I'm not even allowed to eat human rice paper. That thing is nauseous. My mother will never turn her back on me. Watch me get one when I'm a scary. I didn't call you home in the middle of the night. I said I wouldn't be born again. Tell me to change my wife. My mother is no more. Ask if my illness is severe. When to die. What do you like in the house? To whom the property is left. Unfortunately, my mother died early. If you do nothing to make her happy, if my mother were alive, you think you have the door to my house? There is no such thing as a death certificate like now. That day, I used the money to buy her life from demons. I didn't think he would be bitten back like this. That day we talked. If you don't want to get married, then make money to pay me back. You and your mother want to get married. Now they just robbed the village. To act like a chimpanzee. I put a knife to my neck. I want a man with long shoulders to marry me. Look at how you treated me. You son of a bitch, have you heard what this bitch is saying? The old woman's eyes were red. If you can't teach your wife, let me teach you instead. She came over and posed for me with a tarp. Just a few words. Forced the old country woman to show her true form this season. I hurriedly sent someone to stop my mother. And me. I tried to shake off the hand that was clasping my wrist. But he won't let go. When his eyes are red, the water's out your corner. I laughed. Little by little, I pulled my fingers out of his hand. Even before that, I still had a few parts. It's because I respect your son's face. Now even my grandmother's son I want to throw away. Don't eat in front of me. How noble are you? You want to leave it. She knew she was using her daughter-in-law's money for medical treatment. When cured, burn incense every day. I hope it dies. That's my mother. They're all equally disgusting. I left that old woman screaming in the back. The tears are still standing. She watched me walk away from the party. It's like dipping your fingers in water, and then draw a circle around the ant. It can't smell its own pheromones. I can't find a way out. You can just leave it around that circle. The fire star is trapped in that circle. You have to live with the wolves. You should never feed people. If you don't want to lose the first game, the best way is not to touch the bets. In life, I met people who made me look bad, then get them out of my life. The world is so vast. Those people are not worth worrying about. After that day, I took my suitcase to the capital to see the flowers, go to the North Sea to see the snow, go here and there for comfort. I returned 3 months later. I pushed the door and smelled of beer. In a messy house littered with wine bottles. It doesn't look like a house. Tears sitting on the floor. Next to it is a bottle of bad wine. Jagged edges, pale face. Even thin people see me. He immediately stood up, stumbling towards me, like wanting to confirm something, and hold my hand tight. Is it true? You're not dreaming, are you? He said. He pulled me close and held my shoulder tight. Where are you going without saying a word? I haven't been able to call you for 3 months. Well, let's go on a trip. I also have to give an hour. I thought. Where did you go to eat or not? Have you ever told me? His chat was just for the show. IP Tin Hoa message 10 sentences. I couldn't get a single word. He was cold for 10.5 months. Then suddenly back. I blame you for not preparing rice. He wants you to suffer as punishment. Don't you want to get married? I can't stand it. My attitude now. Just learn from him. The tears in her eyes became more alert. He asked me if I was taking revenge on you. Is this something to think about? I laughed and it took me 3 months. It's like you drink fake wine and you're stupid. Tears closed my eyes and my lines trembled in harmony. Oh my God, this is your house. It's gorgeous. A suitcase-carrying companion walked in. I can see the tears. I have no intention of introducing this person. Take your suitcase upstairs first. I can't carry it. Young companion. Handsome face with cold tears. Think you can really get in? Who is he? His eyes turned to me. Companion I hired to travel with. You've been out with him for 3 months. I just need a partner who knows Japanese. The highest price is the best service. I didn't choose to be young. Handsome schoolgirl, elite reflexible mouth. You can't choose again. A man who doesn't have anything like you. And what is it again? I think the general knows this better than I do. That companion carried his suitcase upstairs, and then quickly run away slippers. I finished my shower. I just walked out and was dragged to bed. His eyes were red and he looked at me. Did he touch you? That sounds really funny. You don't have the right to ask that question. I thought he was going to beat me up for a fight. He suddenly bent over and kissed me. A kiss that trembled carefully. And then it's become more intense and more. I can feel something starting to rise. In him I am pregnant. I'm disgusted. Step aside. Get out. You are my husband. He shouted angrily. You can sleep with the bad guys. Why did you reject your husband? You and I have been married for years. I know what's in your heart. He took a deep breath and spoke for a long time. I'm not going back to my mother's house. She wants you to bring baby Snow White into the company. You refused. I've been waiting for you for 3 months. And I didn't answer the phone. You take a sentence. I'm impatient. What do you want to show? His eyes are red. He bowed his lips to my neck. The repressed kiss suddenly became hasty. I miss you so much. Words as soft as a dream. It's been a long time since I had you by my side. I calmly kept him waiting. I can go get his protective gear. The ceiling immediately obeyed. I reached for the bag at the bedside. Pull out a handheld electric injector. Without hesitation press down. At the strongest level. He twitched and fell on the bed. I used all my strength to drag him to the living room. Tie him to the chair. I told you I'm pregnant. She was pregnant twice because of him. Health is not good. I have to be careful. I pulled out his harness and slammed one on his face. What do you think I am? Is it a tool to satisfy you? You want me to give it to you? What's wrong with hugging your wife? What you're hugging isn't just your wife. I've got no one else but you. I slapped him in the face. So where were you from the beginning? You said you wanted to go back now. What the hell do you think you are, chimpanzee? You and she are just having fun. You know you forced me to get married. Do you know how many people laughed at you in the back? His tears streamed down his bloody face. I'm going to throw my hand at the damn thing. Maybe you're not. You are in deep tears. Isn't it in my brother-in-law's house? I said a word and I whipped him. The tears are frozen in place. Even you think I am. I started talking to him about the money I'd given him. My brother's mother's life was saved. My company gave it all to you. Is there something you didn't take? And now you're standing tall in front of me. The tears are falling apart. I always say I love you. You said you were honest with me. Results in your eyes. You're just a toy that I bought with money. Why is that? What do you think? You also deserve to be honest with me. I took off the button on my wrist and rolled up my sleeve. And then he stuck out a few and said, when I like you, you can do it. If you don't want to be in the bridegroom, there are plenty of people who do. I'm old anyway. I'm tired of you too. Fresh meat tastes good and listens to the outside. As much as you want. If you can't stand it, get out. Get out of my sight. I'm a very easy person to talk to. I've never forced anyone before. I called my uncle to come. Take out his master. Take me straight home to the mother of tears. That old woman felt her son was the best in the world. I will love and take good care of him. I took a nap and went to the psychiatrist. The mental illness comes back. I looked at the wound on my hand. Looks like we need to start the therapy again. It's not self-harm. Where I shed tears carelessly injured. The speaker stopped and looked at me. I hit him and then I moved on. I really couldn't help but whip him with a harness. The astonishing speech nods. But I feel like it's not bad. It's a sense of absolute control and control. There is also a pale appearance. Almost cry of tears. Has awakened in me the memory. Want to abuse hidden deep in the bones. If he doesn't fight, he doesn't dare. Because I'm pregnant. I just left for 3 months. He can't make a big deal right now. Afraid that everything will become unsalvageable. It's not just the death of chimpanzees. It could cause him a crisis. Leaving is also a way. But I'm looking forward to that moment. Based on what you describe. As a child his parents divorced. Poor family. Makes him extremely sensitive to money. Your job is to help him. That he can't face his inner self. And that's what gives rise to resentment, to a sense of limited offense. But that doesn't mean he has no feelings for you. The opposite of me. That love and hatred. His love for you is equally profound. I suddenly asked if you were trying to advise me. No, I'm telling you. If you develop a desire to abuse him, it's not your fault. The next speech. Love is the highest power of a giver. Give it to the other half. When you fall in love, he can run wild. Without hesitation. Invades and tramples on her limits. Because he's a patient who's dodging. Avoid and do not want to receive love. I don't like normal relationships. I don't know how to maintain either. It's a relationship. So he just couldn't stop. To hurt you. Use your suffering to confirm your love for him little by little. Now your positions have been turned upside down. If you are the one being loved, I'm sure you'll control yourself. Better than him. I do, but I don't want him to live well. I looked out the window nonchalantly. Tears are waiting below. Just like before, so was the chimpanzee. I saw him take another woman home. But I don't know what to do. Just silently standing still in place. Waiting for him from evening until morning. You really love him. That feeling is etched in my memory. Careful but not reaching out. She hated not being able to give the world to him. I just want him to feel how much I love him. No matter how mythical the reality is. You are also willing to suffer. Just waiting for one day to see his true love. But that feeling doesn't deserve to be trampled and insulted. It's such a shame we're all cowards. Afraid of loving the wrong person. That's the little girl. Never hesitated from beginning to end. Always watching his every step. You're not guilty. I went downstairs in tears and stood there watching me lose my lips. Tears rolled down my cheeks. What are you doing out there? The company is bankrupt, I asked in a cold voice. I'm not going to divorce you. Well, whatever. He didn't make it through the reconciliation phase anyway. Before the divorce. Divorced or not. It's just a little more trouble for me. He didn't expect me to be so easy to talk to. The eyes immediately lit up. Previously, you were not good. I'll make it up to you later. All the best that can be. Is that okay? I look at the opposite side. Where his mother and the Snow-White children are so underground. What's that? This bitch dared to beat my son. I will beat you to death today. The tears pulled me behind. Yell out loud, calm down. My wife is pregnant. Not in a good mood, so move your feet. Don't blame her. Can it produce anything good? Listen to your mother. No one is willing to give birth to you. That's right. If you are violent once, you will continue many times. Why don't you think for yourself? Just like thinking about you and the baby. Snow-White child crying. I hope every time I come home, I can see your face is full of shit. Or want you. He was born in a family where his mother was insane. Whether the baby will be happy or not. Baby is right, baby. I don't want a daughter-in-law like that. I didn't like it before. Everyone is talking about using it now. His money is bad for him. I lost face so much that I didn't have tea. In the afternoon, her face pointed straight at me. Give me orders. Now divorce this bitch. What the hell are you talking about? Eyes of deep red tears. I have to force you to go down the wrong path. Like old mom and dad. Divorce. You feel good, right? I stand behind him. Playing with the phone. I just feel the silence around me. His father was forced to leave by his mother, to hide from love. The tears are just repeating her path. And this is also her inverted scale. Then she started crying loud. Used the most cruel words to attack me. At first the tears were stunned. And then it gets to the point where blood is real blood. He couldn't have expected. My mother used to use her voice. That's the way to say it to EP Tin Hoa. This is just in front of my son. She always wears a decent appearance. Look at his fancy suit covered in fresh blood. His mother screamed for an hour. Rushed to help him. Then I fell to the ground myself. I look up at the sky. The weather is beautiful today, the wind is calm. This is my favorite spring. Both were admitted to the hospital at the same time. The mother of tears who was pulled back from the door of death. Where ICU comes from, go back there. It's hard to get out. Snow White baby crying softly calling for tears. My feet are very weak because of the fire. After the emergency, I kept looking for him. Where have you been? Weak tears answered. I'm still running a background check. Ask someone to take care of her. Didn't you come to see your aunt and me? That's your mother. Or you're just like my aunt said. When you are married, you forget who your mother is. I'm sitting next to him peeling apples. Do you need me to go over there and look for you? No need. Tired of hanging up the phone. His lab report came back. He himself was about to succumb. I don't have the strength to deal with the other two. I have no doubt. I take this so gently. Or maybe it's just a little peace before the storm. The doctor said you didn't have long to live. Then he looked at my stomach. I don't know if I can even see you born. I used to have 2 children. You didn't give them a chance to be born. You're not blind to vibrations. His white face is staring at me. The first time I said I was pregnant. I'd been looking up the dictionary all night. I thought if it was a boy, it would be called a dog. Girls are rules. Only. The second time, I hope it's twins. Those 2 names can be used as well. Finally, the new year. I came home to wish your mother a happy new year. Your little lover pushed me out the door. Whether it's the rules or the rules, they're gone. I ate all the apples, wiped my hands and said tears. I won't visit you later. Fell out of his hospital room goodbye. I walked straight to the end of the hallway and pushed the door in. The mother of tears is lying inside breathing oxygen. But when you see me, her eyes are still full of hatred. A handful of rice when hungry is a load of rice. When it's full of resentment. There are hatreds in this world that are born from such frivolous and petty malice. Your son is not coming. He has terminal stomach disease. Just like you are now. Very painful. She stood up and tried to hit me, and I took a step back. Until now, she couldn't distinguish between black and white. I don't recognize the good and the bad. Live in ignorance. There's a crazy person who's a really pathetic mother. Not old enough. I had to give my life for it. She's wiggling a few. Messing with wires and equipment on the nightstand. The doctor and nurse came. I go against the flow of people out. I just met a snowman walking in. What are you doing here? What did you say to your naked aunt? She panicked and asked me what I said. I calmly replied. Just tell her that. The house she's in makes me look bad. So I hung the delivery board. I heard you were an orphan. It's strange to be adopted. These poor kids have no parents. They should have grown up sooner. More effort. But there are parasites like you. Waiting to suck someone else's blood. I tilted my head and looked at her smiling. Do you think that's right? 2 months later his mother died. He called me. Not to mention the last meeting. Just ask me in a bitter gulp. Can I visit him for a moment? I'm busy taking over the company. Immediately said. The new secretary came to order a portion of that diner's rice. Bring it to him. God is old. No longer suitable for this position. I was born on a winter's day. This is the child that chimpanzees love the most. The baby's cry echoed through the night. Clear but intense. She'll never know how much his mother had hoped to see him. Just then, my mind is clouded by the voice of tears, which eventually led to a tragic death. You've been persistent for a long time. Until the Snow White returned to the water. They completely surrender. I picked up the relay stick you left behind. I'm not an honest person, but I'm going all the way for her mother. I walked with her every step of the way. In the future, let her grow in love, and mother's protection back. To be a resilient girl, with a soft pink interior. I heard when she was born crying. It's also when the tears stop breathing. Of course in this world, no one cares about that anymore. Tears of happiness goodbye fire. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Today's story. I greatly appreciate the comments, suggestions and feelings from you.